Hi, my name's Jonathan Hicks. I'm back at the Dice Cup, and this evening I'm joined by
Steve again.
and we've just finished playing Dvonn. This is another one of the two-player abstract games from the GIP series. Here's the board, and Steve's going to explain it again.
So it's another game with these dotty weird pieces. Effectively on your turn it's white and black, and on your turn you may move one piece of your colour that isn't surrounded. So for example, this white piece here is completely surrounded, so currently I can't move that white piece. If that was the case, this white piece can now move, but this black piece is surrounded. So on my turn as a white, I can move any of my white pieces that can move the number of spaces as the height of the stack. So all my stacks are one high, so all my white pieces can move one. I might decide to move this white piece one, or one, or one, or one. So let's say I move it there. Jonathan's go, he can move one of his black pieces, one. He can place it on top of his own black pieces, or one of my white. Let's see he does that. Now my next turn I can move, well, I've got more pieces I can move, but this piece here is now too high. So I can move this piece exactly two. So this piece can go 1, 2, or 1, 2, and you've always got to land on something. So these squares are no longer accessible now. This white piece can't move to there because there's nothing to jump on. You can move 2. That's now blocked, it's blocked in, it can't move. And you're going to keep going and keep going. You notice these red pieces here, and these red pieces are going to dictate which part of the board is actually available to play on. You can jump on top of red pieces, but you can't move red pieces by themselves. If I jump on top of that red piece, it's clear to see there's still a red piece in that stack. On a later go, I can move there, I can now move 3 spaces, I can move there, I can now move 4 spaces, I can move there, and you'll notice that the pieces start to move around the board. If at any point, part of the board has no red pieces in it, this is now cut off from this part of the board, there are no red pieces here, this whole section goes. And you keep going until neither player can move. If I get to the point where I can't move any more pieces, Jonathan still has to move as many pieces as he can move until the game ends. When everyone's finished moving all their pieces, let's say the end of the game might look something a bit like this, you're going to say, effectively the game will end when no more pieces can move and all the red bits are in legal places. You're going to count all the pieces in stacks you control. So I control all the stacks with white on them. I basically say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. Easiest way to do it is just to get them all in one massive pile. So all my white pieces, I've got that many points. And Jonathan's got, well, let's say that's the case. Jonathan's got all these are black, so he would put all these there. And he would get that many points and white would win.
Alright, what do we think?
Again, it's an abstract game. I do like abstract games. I don't seem to do very well at this. I pretty much lose to everyone I play against this game, and I don't know why. I like it. You've got a restriction on the board in terms of the board starts shrinking and shrinking. That's quite nice. You limit your options as the game goes on, unlike other abstract games where you get more options as the game goes on. And the other thing is you also limit the power of your pieces. You might think, brilliant, I've got a stack that's 6 high. One, it's really easy to take. You can put a 1 piece on it and take it off me. And if it's 6 high, it's really inflexible. There's very few places on the board it can move to, and when all those places are gone, it effectively is stuck there for the rest of the game, and you've got to try and guard it. If my opponent finishes with that 6 pile, he's going to get 6 points. I've got to stop him doing that. I always seem to get done in. I seem to be doing well in this game, and I get done in by someone moves the red piece all the way to the side of the board. I'm like, oh, I've just lost all my big towers, and I think, but I do like it, and I will play it again.
Rating out of 10?
It's probably my least favourite of the GIP series, based on not because I think it's a bad game at all. I think it's a very good game. I'm not very good at it, so I'll probably only rate it a 6.
Okay, it's actually my favourite out of all the GIP series. I really like this one. I'm not a big fan of abstract games generally, but this is one of the best abstract games I've ever played. I love the red pieces. That's the thing that really makes it for me. The fact that one player can be doing very well, like Steve says, and if you play very carefully with those red pieces and move them into key positions, you can just clear all of their pieces off one side of the board, and it can dramatically change the game from one turn to the next. So I really like that. Again, as he says, the fact that your options are limited as you go through the game. There's so many things you can do at the start, and it doesn't matter too much what you do at the start, but then later on in that middle game, it becomes very key how you move your pieces. So I would be a big fan of this one. Probably a 7.5 out of 10, I think. All right, thanks for watching. That was Dvonn.